Aquava, and welcome to Expat Life Ghana. I'm Ayo, and this is Tony, and we're
Hi, folks.
documenting our move from Texas to Ghana. Today, we're talking about 10 things we hate about Ghana.
Before we start, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell.
All right, so the number one thing that I think I hate about Ghana is it moves so slow, which is like a good thing and a bad thing, right? Like
Right.
the slower pace of living is good, but sometimes it's like, oh my God, I got to get some things done here. It just takes forever to get things done, and there's nothing you can do to hasten the pace. Like you can't. People don't hurry up for you.
Right,
It's just
right.
it
That's
is
the
what it
pace
is.
as it
Just
is.
the pace is the pace. So you just have to get used to it and learn how to work within those constraints. But it's a slower pace.
Yeah, definitely is. Okay, number two, it's the corruption. For me, the checkpoints, when we're on the highway, you might get shaken down for a couple of dollars here or there, or just the overall feeling that you got to bribe somebody to get something done, and that kind of thing where it kind of makes me not want to do a lot of business with people because I know the price is going to go up, or I got to stand and pay this guy and then pay the other guy and then pay the other guy and the other guy just to get one thing done. Those kind of things bother me as far as wanting to do business there, and just recognizing that there is some level of corruption there that as a businessman that I have to be aware of, and that I warn people, just to be aware that those things do happen.
I know, like I think of a story of my mother-in-law who was talking about having to get her electricity taken care of, and every time she would go to pay the bill, the person who would process her would be like, oh, there's another fee that wasn't there last time. And she
Right.
would always be like, oh, there's a fee? Okay, I'll write you a check and we'll do that. And they were like, okay, no, don't worry, we'll get you on the next month. And then the next month it would happen again, like, oh, there's a fee. And she'd be like, oh, let me write you a check. And they're like, oh, never mind, we'll just put it on next month. But what they wanted was this cash bribe to get
Cash.
things done.
Right, right.
So it's kind of, it's everywhere. And it kind of goes unspoken, and
Yeah, it's just expected. It's just one of those things, brush your teeth and, pay off the bribe guy,
And I think I can't tell if it's getting better or not, but I just expect it. It's
Yeah.
definitely one of the things that
On some
we hate.
level.
Yeah,
On some level.
absolutely. All right. Well, so number 3 kind of goes along with the same thing, but like anything that is imported into the country, is ridiculously priced. And I think there's this kind of expat price, right? Like
Yeah,
they
definitely.
see that you're not from around here, and they decide that the price has just doubled. In fact, whenever we would go to market, like the thing I was told was whatever price they say to you, ask for half
Tell
of
them
that.
half. Yeah, tell them half.
Because they're looking at you right away and going, oh, they're not from here. They have more. They have money, so
Yeah.
double the price. So I mean, just that whole thing where you almost can't even.
Right.
It's harder to navigate purchasing and everything else because there's so much negotiation that's just part of the process, and you are automatically charged more because you're an expat.
Yeah, I remember shopping at Osu, and I think I wanted a shirt, and the guy told me 90 CDs, and I said 45, and he said no, 90. I said okay, 30, and the guy looked at me and says, oh no, I'll take the 45. He said, you negotiate like a Ghanaian man, and I was so proud because I knew that whatever he said, I was going to stick with half, and if he stuck to his guns, I was going to go lower and walk away if I had to. But
Okay, so he's telling this story. That was like our second trip to Osu, because on the first trip to Osu, the guy was like, oh, 75 CDs, and you were like,
just here you
here
go.
you go. And I was like, no, that's not how this works. No. So the next shop, they were like, 50 CDs, and you were like, 45 CDs, and they said, okay. And I was like, oh my God, no.
Yeah, I had no idea, just been a little green.
Oh yeah, so definitely and it like I said, it kind of inhibits. You're always having to think about, is somebody trying to get it over on me, because the prices are sometimes not labeled. They're
Yeah,
told.
it's just, yeah.
They're told to you. So I kind of hate that. So
For me, the blackouts, number 4. I hate the blackouts. because you can be in the middle of an interview online and click, that's it, and you're like, wait, no, wait, come back, electricity, come back. And they can be out for 20 minutes to 2 to 3, 4 hours, who knows.
Oh my God, sometimes longer than that.
Yeah, and if it's a hot day and you have the AC running, you might want to find something to do outside and cool off. I guess it's annoying because a lot of times you don't know when they're coming, and I noticed the last time when we were there, we had a notice that there would be one for several hours, and sure enough, there it was.
It's actually better than it used to be. I mean, so to say that much, right? Like, it used to be much worse. I think this last visit it wasn't nearly as many times in general, but it's still annoying. Like, I'm in the shower. Oh, no lights.
No lights.
Just look at
the blackouts are horrible.
Super annoying.
Only because you don't know when they're coming a lot of times.
Or how long they're going to last, so you can plan appropriately.
Right.
Yeah. Number 5 for me is the class divide, or it's not the poverty, it's the class divide. It really is. It's this whole thing of you can go to Accra Mall and go to the pizza place and spend like 250 CDs on pizza and sodas, and the person that you are paying at home to come and take care of your lawn for an entire month might be 250 CDs. So this whole thing of like, it just creates such a division of class. Like, you are either really so heavily the haves or the have-nots, and there's so little in between. It just I don't know, it feels a little dirty.
Yeah.
I don't know another way to say it.
Yeah, it's weird too because you feel the class divide.
It's just like, it's almost jarring to see how divisive it is. So that definitely for me, that's one of my hates.
Yeah, don't like it. Number 6, the truck drivers. Oh, in the evening, don't drive. Don't drive. It is the worst. The semi-truck drivers, overweight. They're overweighting their vehicles. They're unsafe. They're not regulated like they should be. That's the one thing that really bothers me, because when I see that, I think of the potential for accidents, and then you hear of these accidents and how horrendous they are, and you're like, that really could have been avoided had someone said, wait, stop, that's too much weight on that truck, it's leaning, it's literally leaning, tipping over, and you're trying to drive down the street with it. No, stop.
Yeah, and he says truck drivers, but I'm going to throw in the trotros coming in and out, which are like the cabs for people who don't know, and then the condition of the roads in some places. Like, it does kind of sometimes feel like you are taking your life in your own hands by getting out on this traffic road. Number 6, is that we're on number 6?
No, number 7.
Number 7 already? Oh my gosh. Okay, so number 7 for me is the Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is life. If you ask our kids, they will tell you that. And I feel like for as progressive as Ghana is, and how much they really are catering to the expat community and international tourism, you have got to have good Wi-Fi, and you've got to be able to get that Wi-Fi like everywhere. So the Wi-Fi situation, like, whew.
It's not so much of a problem with me, but everything she does is online. Everything my kids do will be online, and it's bad when you're 10-year-olds like, oh, the Wi-Fi here sucks. So,
and he's doing like a fraction of the stuff that I'm trying to get done. So yeah, for me, I wish the Wi-Fi was even at cost, even when you're paying for like the premium. Sometimes it's just really spotty still. So more robust Wi-Fi system, even if it does come at a cost. That would be my number 7.
Okay, for me, number 8. The services, the emergency services, the ambulance services, medical services, they don't really work well with each other. You may have to go to one place to get one thing done, and then go to another place to get something else done. A hospital where you can get everything done at one place would be great, and an ambulance to take you there if, something happens. We had an incident where my father-in-law had to go to the hospital, and we were thinking, okay, call the ambulance. They're like, no. we have to get him.
Go get the car.
Go get the car, and it's like, oh.
There are medical facilities for you to go to, but they're very compartmentalized. So
Right.
you might have something that you need diagnosed. Well, then you have to go to the first place, and the first place will do one thing, and then you go to the next place, and the next place will do the next thing, and the third thing. And each of these is at their own pace, like we said way back in number whatever. So it's like, you might feel sick on Monday, and it's Friday, and you're just about to figure out what's wrong because you've had to go to so many different places to try to get it done. Well, for me, number 9 is the Prepay life. I laugh because I'm like, okay, listen, when you go to rent in Ghana, okay, they make you pay 1 or 2 years of rent up front. But every month you have to go and wave your card in front of the box to get electricity going. Like, seriously, can you just send me a bill? I'm not going anywhere. I have paid my rent for an entire year. I'll be here. So just, can you just bill me? I'd even do the prepaid billing where it's like a whole month can go by. But the whole thing where you get the credits and you're doing the swipe and it might last you 3 weeks and it might last you 4 weeks or it might last you 2 days. Listen, just can you bill me?
Yeah, yeah, especially with the phones, having to go out to get your card all the time and scratch it off and put it in. It's like, we got to advance from that place where we're just still using prepay.
And that might not be for everybody. Like, maybe there is a platform where part of the community is doing prepay because that's what works for them. But for another part of us, like, it's just it's cumbersome. It's a bother to have to do this every time you need something done.
Okay, number 10.
Number 10.
It's not the cleanest place. There are parts where they keep for tourism and just people are just conscious of just trying to keep things clean, but for the most part, there's a lack of overall, let's keep Ghana clean. People throw their water bags out or whatever trash there is. Ghana,
and I think too, like, there's so much plastic.
Yeah.
I mean, you go to the market and the lady in the market's going to put every single thing into a plastic bag and then tie it and then put it in another plastic bag.
Right.
And then if you get 2 or 3 things, then that bag is going to go into another
bag
plastic
and another
bag.
Plastic bag. Plastic is everywhere. It's clogging up their waterways and things, and it's just
rolling up on the beaches.
Yeah, on the beaches. And they have beautiful beaches. We'll talk about that later, but just to see the trash and some of the ravines that carry the wastewater back, it's just plastic garbage everywhere. And I shouldn't say everywhere, but a lot of places.
It's I feel like
everywhere.
I mean, like, you have to be proactive in your own area, on your own property to clean up. And businesses also do that kind of process of cleaning up to make sure that they're presentable for customers. But if they didn't do that, this stuff will be everywhere. So anyway, there you got it. 10 things that we hate about Ghana, or at least that we're not looking forward to as we relocate. Drop a comment below and let me know which one do you think will be the most annoying for us if you are stateside, and if you are Ghanaian or you've been to Ghana, which one bothered you the most? I totally want to know which one you think is the most annoying of our hate list.
Yeah, let us know. Just say, hey, yeah, he gets it. I know, right? Okay.
All right, we appreciate you following along with us. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, and the like button. And we will see you in the next video when we talk about going beyond the return.
See you later.